Yo ninjas, I'm Kaio and welcome to the Handhops and Elbowhops tutorial. Before to try these moves, make sure that you can do pike freezes and air freezes. So make sure to watch the air freezes tutorial that I made, link in the description. And also, if you want me to help you with your power moves or with your breaking, check out my Patreon, link in the description. So handhops and elbowhops, in my opinion, are very important to learn more advanced tricks and power moves. I really recommend to master them on both sides. You can practice handhops and elbowhops at the same time. Today my left wrist hurt and I do usually handhops with my left hand. So in this tutorial I'm gonna show you with my weak hand. So maybe my handhops will be not the best, but I can still do them a little bit on my other hand, and I think you should do the same. Learn them in both ways. So before to start, make sure you are very comfortable with this air freeze variation. Just a normal air freeze with both of your knees towards your chest, and not like this, but you should move in this way. So not like this is wrong, instead this is correct. As I said, practice on both sides. Same thing on the elbow. On the elbow maybe is a little bit easier because you can use both hands at the beginning. You can use your left hand to support and do the same thing, like this. When you feel comfortable, try to do it only with the elbow without the left hand. So like this. Next thing, once you master these freezes, make sure you can do them by jumping or jumping out of this freeze. From here, from standing up, do a little hop with your feet and jump directly to the air freeze position. Don't jump too much, just a little bit. So start kinda like this. Try it multiple times until it feels very comfortable. Jump. And then with time, try to jump a little bit higher. Next exercise, do the opposite thing. So you start normally like this, but from here, from the freeze, you jump out of the freeze and you land standing up. So like this. From here, push and jump. You don't need to jump high, it's just a little jump, but just to start having the feeling of landing on your arm and pushing away from your arm. At the beginning the jump will be very small, but it doesn't matter, because when you do handhops, the hops are very small. Sometimes you almost don't even lift the whole hand from the ground. It depends how you hop. Some people, they hop a little bit higher, like this, but some other people hop very small. So yeah, you don't need to jump very high. You just need to have the right technique. Third thing, when you can do these exercises, you can start with the first hop. Don't try to do multiple hops yet, but just do one hop, but do it good, do it correctly. From here, you should push both of your knees like this, and then come back to the same position. It's a very common mistake to push and then forget about your legs. So you just push and you let your legs fall. But instead you should push and come back. Push and come back. So this is wrong, because as you said, I just pushed and then I let my legs fall, and this is correct instead. Because after I push, I came back here with my legs. Now try to do the same thing on your elbow. Use something for your elbow at the beginning and do the same, do just one hop. This time you can help yourself with the other hand. So you can start like this and do one hop with the left hand supporting you, so like this. But also here, do only one hop. It's better focusing on the quality than the quantity. Once you know how to do one hop, do two hops. I really recommend to practice in that way, so never practicing directly many hops, but to learn only one hop, then two hops, then three hops, then four hops, and so on. So practice two handhops only when you master one handhop, and practice three handhops only when you master two handhops, and so on. Because I have seen so many people learning handhops with a very bad form, kinda like kicking randomly like this, and then they cannot do variations or they cannot control their legs. The form is very ugly. So I recommend to learn them properly, focusing on the quality of the movement on your knees, and also open a little bit your shoulder. Don't stay too much like this, but open just a little bit your shoulder like this. If you're flexible, you can open even more. But if you're not so flexible, don't open too much because you may hurt your shoulder. So just try the same, 2 hand ups. Do 1 and then do the second one and come back to the position. So like this. 1, 2. As you saw, I didn't do them too fast, but I took my time. Do 1 and then 2. So 1, 2. In this way you will have more control. And do the same on your elbow, supporting with the left hand. 1, 2. And so on until you reach a little bit more than 10 hand hops and elbow hops. When you reach around 15 elbow hops with the supporting hand, you can start removing the left hand and only hop on your right elbow. I really recommend to practice maybe like this for the elbow hops only. So for example, you do like 5 elbow hops with both hands, then you do just 1 or 2 elbow hops with only 1 elbow, and then you come back doing them with both hands. So you remove the other hand very gradually. There are many people who start hand hops from the handstand. They do a handstand like this, and they go to the hand hops position and they start hopping. In my opinion, it's not a good way. Maybe there are many people that learn this way, but in my opinion, it's not that good because it's more likely that you stay in a handstand-like position. So you will stay more like this during the hand hops. Instead, you should go more on a air freeze position. So your shoulder should be not so close to your head like this, but should be a little bit more like this. Not too much if you're not flexible, as I say. You don't have to hurt your shoulder, but just a little bit, try to turn like this. So in my opinion, it's better to start in this way. You start kind of like a L kick or a cartwheel as you want, and then you go to the position. It may happen that you lose control of your legs. If it happens, I recommend to practice from scratch, starting from 1 hand up and making sure you do it correctly. So really, don't rush to do many hand ups, but focus on the form. I hope this video is useful for you. If you need more help, check out my Patreon link in the description, and if you want to become a ninja, check out my merch, also link in the description. See you next week with a new tutorial. Yo ninjas!